equality, human rights, combating discrimination. These expressions have a strong impact on our society today. But unfortunately, in some places, these minimum rights seem impossible to implement, although everyone in the European Union should be safe and free to be themselves. Hello, my name is Luis Gasparelli, I am Brazilian and I'm living in Ireland. In this video, I would like to share with you how the European Parliament and the European Union are working to guarantee the rights of the LGBTQI+ individuals and how we can access them. As a queer person, it's very important to me to feel safe, respected, and have the same opportunities as anyone else. And the LGBTQI+ rights are fundamental in a fair society, which respects each human being in their individuality, their uniqueness. However, do we know what the European Union does for the LGBTQI+ community? Or these actions can influence our everyday life? The European Union is based on the values of respect for human dignity, freedom, democracy, equality, and respect for human rights, with no distinction, as is mentioned in its Article 2 of his treaty. In fact, in recent cases against the LGBTQI+ community that happened in Hungary and Poland, the European Union has shown its commitment towards defending the fundamental values. Besides, it should be highlighted that the European Parliament has even an intergroup specifically working for the rights of LGBTQI, which acts as a bridge between civil society groups and the European Union institutions, as it monitors and examines the work done by the EU. And what is the EU doing? Well, in recent years, there have been legislative developments. Case law and policy initiatives have improved many people's lives and helped us build more equal and welcoming societies, including for LGBTQI people. For example, in September 2022, in a resolution on the rights of LGBTQI in the EU, the European Parliament emphasized that these citizens should be able to fully exercise their rights, including the right to free movement everywhere in the Union. And when it comes to the European Commission, it adopted in 2020 the LGBTQI Equality Strategy 2020 to 2025. This strategy sets out a series of actions around 4 core pillars: tackling discrimination, ensuring safety, building inclusive societies, and leading the call for LGBTQI equality around the world. This strategy also marks a new phase in our efforts to promote equality while continuing to focus on priority areas, and it sets out a series of measures to step up action and to help lift the voices of minorities. Besides, it aims at bringing together member states and actors at all levels in a common endeavor to address LGBTQI discrimination more effectively by 2025. Different countries of the European Union have different projects, initiatives, and actions to combat homophobia and to guarantee the rights of LGBTQI people. In Ireland, for example, we have initiatives like LGBT Ireland, which supports and advocates for our community. But unfortunately, discrimination against LGBTQI people persists throughout the European Union. For several people living in Europe, it's still unsafe to show affection publicly, to be open about their sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression, at home and at work. Furthermore, an important number of LGBTQI people are also at risk of poverty and social exclusion, and not all feel safe to report verbal abuses and physical violence to the police. But the good point is that it's the first ever Commission strategy on LGBTQI equality, and it delivers the European Commission's commitment to building a union of equality. It shows the force to build a union where diversity is celebrated as part of our collective, where all people can be themselves without risk of discrimination, exclusion, or violence. And the best way to guarantee our rights as queer people is through the support to those who develop actions that break the barriers of prejudice and discrimination. Altogether, we can make a more equal society. Besides, the dialogues with local and regional authorities and civil society, including social partners, on how to advance LGBTQI equality is fundamental. And as I have mentioned, the European Parliament develops different actions to guarantee our community's rights, but the most important is the equality strategy, which includes all countries belonging to the EU. The actions arising from this project reach all of us, broadly and individually, in our everyday life. If you need help, the best way to get support is through local initiatives advocating for the LGBTQI+ cause in your country.